Are we ready? Should I just...
You're the one. It's your turn, isn't it?
I believe it's my turn. Noah did it last time. You did it the second episode.
It's your turn. The cycle repeats.
Sounds like cycle repeats. All right, boys. Welcome back. Episode 4. We all know... Yeah. Look on top. We all know who each other are. No need to dive into it, I guess.
What about for new people?
What?
What about for new people? Just gotta leave them.
The new people listen to the previous ones.
I just felt like diving in the middle.
Yeah,
they're probably better. They're probably better at this point.
Fine. Welcome back, ladies, gents, to episode 4 of Look at Them Talk. This is the podcast about nothing and everything at the same time. I'm Chandler.
I'm Landis.
I'm Noah.
Perfect. Great. And for anyone who is also new, we're cousins. We're just going to do a recap of episode 1. Landis, what do you do?
Wait, what?
Well, I thought this is, people just jumping straight in.
No. We don't need to do that.
Yeah, just get the intro.
Nobody's there might be somebody jumping in, but at this point, they could go back and listen to the first one if they really wanted to. And the second and the third one. We don't need to do that again.
I was looking at our Spotify thingy-majigger to see what our numbers are. I'll pull them up right quick because I was talking with Landis about this.
Yeah, there's totally over 100,000 listens at this point, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we got over 100,000 listens.
We're gonna start taking ads.
We have 88 starts, 66 streams, and 21 listeners. I don't know what listeners are. I'm assuming 66 streams is people just clicking on our thing.
Yeah, so we're pretty much the shit.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that can equate to just family listening to us or not. I mean, that's all who I'm really telling, like, hey, we put out a new episode. I just talked to my brother today, and I was like, have you listened to the other episodes? And he's like, I didn't know you put out more episodes. And I was like, yeah.
Oh, really?
We put out 2 more full episodes.
Oh, maybe some people are sharing it around just for the funsies.
Yeah, well, I was telling Chan, I've got it advertised on my Tinder profile, so there might be at least one listener from my Tinder profile.
And I just put it on my Tinder profile as well.
Ah, man.
That's our advertisement.
Our little ad, getting it out there. Let people know.
I want a Tinder profile just to be that one guy that just has a bunch of ads on it now.
Just some advertising my podcast. Go listen to it.
Give it a listen to.
If you like it that much, you can get dinner with my girlfriend.
Yeah. All right, so what should we talk about this episode? We've been messing around with our new setups here because me and you both got. All 3 of us are using new microphones.
That's right.
Yeah. Noah's got the hand-me-down though.
Yeah.
He's got my old one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, he is using a newer microphone.
That's right.
Oh,
it does say newer.
There.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Real clever. Real clever. Real clever like that. Yeah.
A little golf clap for you.
I didn't know if
nice.
It's like newer. I don't know.
That's definitely how I read it.
Neuwer.
No, I think it was all U's.
I think it's like they're trying to capitalize off of the Neumann, like the high class, top of the line microphones. Like that's the Neumann. So
yeah, that's my next purchase.
People will see Newers and they'll be like, oh, that must be kind of similar.
I just looked at it. It's a
Neumann.
It's
you going to go for the U87?
U87.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one is a cool $3,600.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Dude, that better do everything for you. If it doesn't edit part of the sound, then I don't want to buy it.
The problem is when you get a mic like that, you've got to have a very isolated booth because that thing is going to pick up everything. And I mean everything outside of you. So if you've got to have something where you're limiting a lot of the outside noise coming in because that thing is a beast.
Yeah, I mean these microphones are clearly just for, professionals who have their own studios and stuff like that.
No, that is a studio microphone for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. And when you have a mic like that, you're not going to be using, budget equipment like we are. So
How much, just take a guess on the Neumann PS20A pop screen.
On just the pop screen itself?
Yeah, just the pop screen itself.
$50?
No.
For a pop screen?
Yeah, no.
100? 150?
I was going to go
down
200
down from 150. This is on Sweetwater.com, so I don't know if this is their
$100.
This is on Sweetwater.com. I don't know if Neumann has their own actual site. This is the first one that popped up. Is
it a metal or mesh filter?
I'll click on it.
If it's mesh, that's just name, just the name that you're buying for that one.
What does it say? It doesn't really have details for it.
Well, what's it look like?
20 centimeter diameter pop filter for vocal recording. It looks like your regular old pop filter. It's got the little screw on. It's got the thing at the front. Maybe it looks like mesh. I can't really tell.
Yeah, you're probably just buying the name at that point. With like a lot of other things.
Sweetwater savings, $30. You're saving $30 going through Sweetwater.com. They're selling it for $109.95.
$109. Yeah.
It's almost as expensive as the whole package you just bought, right, Chan?
Yeah.
Wow.
For a pop filter.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
Yeah, here's the actual Neumann.com. Here we go. This should actually give me something accurate. Products. Got some headphones, recorders, some audio stuff. The TLM 102. True Neumann at an affordable price. Big sound in a small package.
Now, how much is that one?
Looking for the price now.
No, I gotta tell you. They're gonna hide it until you sign in to view price.
Yeah.
You gotta throw it in my card or something?
Yeah. Like Best Buy or Newegg or whatever. That way you can see the sweet deal.
I don't know how many.
Gotta go to a dealer finder.
Oh my gosh.
You can buy their products online.
You can't buy it straight from. You have to go to the Sweetwater place then. Oh, okay, $110.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I was just looking at all the webcams to get a nice webcam. Holy cow, these things can do a lot, sure, but the top of the line model is somehow marked up from Logitech, and Dell is selling it for $200. But then if you go on to Amazon, it was $310. It didn't make any sense at all to me.
God.
But I can buy it for $200. It's the same model.
That doesn't make any sense. Amazon must be upselling it right now. People are just needing webcams and for their Zoom meetings and business whatevers. And so I guess you're looking around and just like webcams and like, oh, this looks good.
Yeah.
Quality. Boom. Here we go. And then I don't even realize that you could save $100 by
$110.
$110.
Yeah.
So I just went to the closest dealer. There's only one in Columbus. So the one we were just looking at, the Neumann TLM 102 studio set, their most moderately priced receptacle, $700. Actually, it's close to $800. It's $799.
Damn. Where's that at?
Is there
where's
a Ralph's around here?
dealership at for Newman's?
AMG Studio.
I've never heard of it.
They got pro audio, pro lighting, pro everything.
Yeah, it's probably better than going to Guitar Shack for stuff.
Guitar Shack?
Honestly, I don't
That's where
know.
that's where I went when I was with you guys. We went to the Guitar Shack to turn in that old mic that I bought that was fucking garbage.
That was Guitar Center.
Guitar Shack.
I like Guitar Shack though. Guitar Shack's like
Guitar Shack, Guitar
Radio
Center.
Shack. That'd be a pretty good name.
There's a difference. There's a difference in that.
Guitar
Shack
Center?
and Guitar Center.
Is there a Guitar Shack? Because that's a good name.
There was.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Guitar Shack. The Guitar Shack.
Something named Guitar Shack.
There's the guitarshack.org.
I want an actual store.
That's about it.
That wasn't too stupid there.
Guitar Center's the actual store, though.
Yeah, no, that's where we went to go turn in all of our stuff and everything.
Hey, what you took back the newer microphone that you had?
No, it was I don't even remember what it was. It was just some like microphone that I wanted to try when I was looking for just an upgrade from that newer microphone, and that was the first one that I was like, oh, I'll give this one a shot. And then when it showed up, it was fucking dented. The condenser was like rattling around inside of the microphone, and obviously it didn't work.
Yeah.
So when I went to turn it in, I had to go bring it all the way out there because I couldn't ship it back for whatever reason. Like they're like, you have to bring it in here. So
they probably
coming
want
down to say
it.
hello anyway, so might as well.
yeah, I mean it worked out fine, obviously, but
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes.
yeah.
So
yes, sir.
So you got a full refund?
I remember the guy. Yeah, I got a full refund. I remember the guy when I turned it in. He's like, "You got it like this?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is." He's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "I'm positive. I would not have done this to this microphone." It was literally. It looked like somebody had just tossed it around. Like it might have been in the shipping, like whatever. I think I got it through Amazon or something. And no, I got it through the store itself. So whatever FedEx or UPS that they used, that maybe they dented it or something. I don't know. But,
Yeah.
Happens.
Yeah, it happens. Not a big deal.
Fortunately, a lot of those people who work for there don't always take care of the merchandise, as seen on multiple videos posted on the internet now.
Yeah, like you see like the videos of the FedEx guy just like reaching over the fence, just tossing the box onto the porch, or the UPS doing the same thing.
Just launching them.
Just launching it. Yeah. Quick and easy service. Quick and fast service.
Just a bad day.
Right to your door. Yeah. I mean, I would say for the most part, they do a pretty good job of delivering packages. Usually I don't have an issue with them. It's just, I think the internet might sometimes highlight the very bad instances of when it does happen.
I think that's just media in general typically does that.
No, absolutely. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, for the most part, 99% of the deliveries won't have an issue. You're not going to have anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Even everything I've had delivered in like the past 2 months has all been nice, fine, good care.
Do you get a lot of deliveries? I don't buy a lot of stuff over the internet. So
lately we've had a lot of stuff. Tomorrow's starting a new hobby, so
yeah.
So that means like a lot of new equipment kind of going on. Staying in, you gotta do things, right?
That is true. That is true. But I don't know. I found that when I was an Amazon Prime member, I ordered a lot more stuff than now that I'm not, because I didn't renew it, because I was on the Amazon student membership, and it was $50 for the year compared to $120 for the normal year. And
yeah, I dropped Amazon Prime even being in school because I realized like I didn't buy enough or use it enough to warrant having that.
Yeah, see, that was the problem. I was trying to make up for it by just buying stuff just to maybe be like, oh, I'm getting my usage out of it. When really I was just buying like random stuff that I probably could have just been fine without, or I could have easily just have gotten at Target, Walmart, wherever I could have bought it at.
Yeah. I think it definitely depends where you live too, because like there's a lot of times I don't have Prime and then I just get it really quickly.
Yeah, I think ever since not being on Amazon Prime, like most of my packages will be delivered within 2 to 3 days of when they ship it. I think it's just because I think it would cost them more if they just didn't use their system that they've already got in place. Like it's already easy enough to use the 2-day shipping, so in their eyes, it's they're just going to ship it off. Mm-hmm. If anything, they're just going to delay you in the system by the time that they start the order. Like that's that sounds like shit, but that's probably what they do to account for you not having a Prime membership. Like they could send it to you in 2 days, but they probably it wouldn't cost them anything. Like they've already got the system set up to do it.
I think it just depends on what they have in stock. Maybe like a lot of my smaller stuff that I bought through Amazon typically comes ahead of schedule. But like some of my bigger things, like I got a planner through Amazon that came roughly on time. I think a little bit ahead of schedule, but it was roughly on time. My microphone arrived the day it was supposed to arrive. But for the most part, I mean, I buy a lot of things through Amazon. I think simply because I'm just too lazy to go to a store and try and find it.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Now, so, like for this microphone, I couldn't have bought this in Zanesville. No way. There's no place that has these.
Yeah.
So I have to get it over the internet, and I have to hope that I like it.
Yeah.
Microphones are usually the type of things that you want to audition for them. Like you want to see what you sound like in them before you buy it. But when you live in the middle of nowhere, you just kind of got to take a chance and hope you like it.
Yeah, and I mean, Amazon does have refund. They can refund you, and you can send your stuff back, get some money for it. So it's not like you'd be stuck in the middle of nowhere with that microphone.
Not at all.
So you could always send it back.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But I mean, you're still doing before you even go out and test these microphones, like in a store or whatever. You're still doing a lot of research. So that part has to change.
Kind of an idea of where you're going into.
Yeah,
what you're going into.
It's just the idea of actually taking that microphone and doing something with it now.
Yeah. Plus, if you're going to that store itself, you're cutting out a lot of the overhead that Amazon charges for selling it there. Like I think I read that Amazon gets almost like up to 33% of what you are selling on the site. So I mean, it cuts into a lot of the profits. Like if I could, I even looked up this microphone. I looked up on his website if I could buy it straight from the website, and I couldn't. It was just off his site. So I don't know why he wouldn't just be able to sell it off of his site so that maybe he could get more money out of it. But I did look at that option.
That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, at least for buying things online, most of the stuff I feel like I get a better deal online than going in person.
Yeah, I would agree. And the convenience of it is super nice too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you don't get it that day.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. You don't get it that day, so.
Yeah, that's true.
That's nice, leaving the store with your pretty new toy or whatever you just got.
Exactly. Yeah. But regarding to getting it that day, the thing I think I like most about buying online, at least a lot of websites allow you to purchase online, then go and pick it up at the store. I know a lot of
that's cool.
A lot of grocery stores are kind of going into that. Walmart does that now.
Yeah.
So you could just go online, skip the whole line, pay online, and then
in terms of having the grocers shop for you, like go and pick up your stuff. Do you guys know if there's a fee? I've not even tried it, but I am interested in it because I feel like it would save me a ton of time just select what I want on the internet. Is there a fee for having that person get the stuff for you? Because I mean, I've seen them shopping in there, and I don't know. I feel like there's probably a surcharge involved.
I know Kroger
using them.
Kroger sent me a coupon for a free curbside pickup, so
there must be some sort of fee attached to it.
Yeah, I imagine there is.
Yeah, that would make sense. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it, right?
I don't know. I've gone to Home Depot and I don't know of any fee. You know,
for curbside.
Yeah, well, I went into the store and got my stuff and walked out. I paid online for everything. They just went around and gathered it and sent me a little.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Huh.
They went and gathered it, and then after they got all the stuff, they just shoot you an email saying like, "Hey, we got your stuff. Come and pick it up." You just drive over there and pick it up.
It might be different for Home Depot though, just because it's not like groceries and stuff. Like I don't know. I feel like it's different. Like in terms of amount that you probably didn't. How many things did you buy?
I got chicken fence, some steaks. I think that was roughly about it.
Yeah. See, when I go to Home Depot, I'm not buying just a vast list of things like I do when I go to the grocery store. Like when I go to the grocery store, I get milk, eggs, bread, like a whole bunch of stuff. Like it's just a variety, or the person's got to go up and down the aisles, go all over the place to get all of this stuff. Yeah. In terms of like when I go to Home Depot, it's like, I'm going to get a saw, I'm going to get some wood, I'm going to get some nails, and that's it. Like that's all I need.
Well,
it's pretty easy to gather that.
Like you could think about it, I guess, when you're like ordering food. If you go and pick it up, a lot of people don't tip. Like if you get a pizza and you go to the pizza place, a lot of people don't necessarily tip. But if they have them delivered, they'll tip the driver.
Yeah,
if you're driving there, they won't tip. They'll just pay for the pizza and leave.
So is there an expectation for tipping the people who shop for you, who grab all that stuff though? Is that how that works?
Well, are we assuming that the people that are shopping for you work for the actual grocery store, or is it a separate entity? Is it a third party that's going there?
Yeah, you're right, because there are apps that have you grocery shop for them and deliver it to you. So yeah, I guess I'm asking directly if it's like for Walmart's case, they have employees dedicated to that role where they're just shopping for you.
If I'm driving to there and they have the employee there that just goes around and gets it, then I don't think there's a tip. They should be getting paid whatever it is. Well, it's not like a waitress. I don't even like tipping waitresses and waiters, but that's a different argument in itself.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you on the waiters and waitresses. I would say that the European model is better. I would prefer for them to be paid fairly to what they do, rather than working to their service. But that's
some people. But some people even make more than what they would get like on minimum wage.
That is true.
It all depends on where you're at. If you're at like a fancy restaurant, because a good tip for someone who does a decent job, doesn't go above and beyond. What would you say, like 15%, 15 to 20%?
I've seen some suggest 25%.
Yeah,
that's really high.
I think I've been reading on the internet. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, but most people expect good service at this day and age to be 20% of your bill.
Really?
Like 15% is like 10% is like, man, you did garbage. What were you doing?
That's about what I heard.
I've read, yeah.
And one of my friends, like, if she got good service, she would tip 30, and then she would think about 40. My eyes 40%. About popped out of my head. Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm not kidding you.
20% is already a lot for me. Like for me, like I understand, like
I typically like 20 is my max, and I'm only saying that because I'm in college. I'm paying bills. Like if I could afford to pay you a little bit more and not really worry about it, sure, I'd do it. But I got a lot of stuff. Like I need that money myself.
I will tip a lot just when the service is really good. Like there are some times where you've got just a phenomenal waiter or waitress who just like every time they come by, they're just, it's not like obtrusive. Like they're like, you need some water, this or that. Like they're not like interrupting you with anything, and it's like perfect service. So I always will tip them for that, and they deserve it.
So this is from USA Today. This is back in 2015. It was the first thing that popped up. And it says 15 to 20%. Tipping can be confusing and varies, but a general rule for waiters is to tip 15 to 20% of the pre-tax bill. Now, if I'm at like a bar, I typically tip $1 for every drink that I have.
Yeah.
Because, like 10% of an $8 drink is 80 cents. So $1 is that and more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And when I run up a tab, I'm usually getting the $4 beer. Like I'll usually find like whatever the deal is or whatever they have, like Bud Light for $4 or whatever. And so I'll go at that and run up the tab, and then I'll do the tip off of the tab total. So I don't know. I think tipping culture could be. I do like the European model. I feel like it's almost hard to suggest that any sort of change at this point. We're so used to tipping the way that we do.
No, all you gotta do is just market it as no math. Like the European model, it's already factored in. It's a flat 18, and like it comes for your bill. You don't have to do any of it. The calculator does it for you. That's how you get it.
But then you've got to have signs put up on the restaurant that say no need to tip. It's already included in your menu, and that's fine. I just feel like some people in the USA, at least the more good-hearted folks, will feel like they might be necessitated to tip just because that's how they've been raised, or how they've gone to restaurants and stuff. Like, I don't know. I could be wrong saying that we couldn't make a change like that, but
I don't think it'd be hard, especially if you just put it on the bill somewhere. Because typically, when you get the bill, you get your total amount, tip, and then right there you could be like, tip was already fact. You could put it big old bold, whatever font you want.
But then are people gonna be like, I didn't want to tip that much. Like, I didn't think she did that good of a job, or he didn't do that good of a job. Like, I would have gave him less because my food was cold or whatever. Or he only came around once for water. Like,
I don't know. I guess that's just the risk you take.
That's kind of the boss's job, isn't it? To evaluate their employees.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And
I'm just saying, like, from the mindset of people in our country compared to what we've been used to, like, that's kind of like our prerogative, like, to decide. We're almost like the judges of the service, and how much we want to give you is up to us, which is kind of cool, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, go on your thing about signs though. I think it was France on the menu. Usually at the bottom, it would say that there is a 18% gratuity factored into your bill.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, there's already restaurants that have gratuity included into them, so
some do that.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe if we were to have Coy or Jess on here to talk about tipping culture. Do they do tips in the market?
I think they have like a jar there.
They just have a jar, so it's not like they don't have waiters and stuff.
No.
Well, they do. Are they gonna have waitresses when they move to the new place? Is that gonna be?
I think it's essentially going to be the same setup. Just they have bigger. Now. It's just going to be bigger. Yeah. I mean, they deliver, so it's customary to tip a delivery person.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
There's gonna be donuts, right?
I'm reading another article, and they're saying 20% is like the golden rule. And there's another thing that they reference. The etiquette guide, the Emily Post Institute may say 15 to 20%. So it really sounds like 15 to 20% is golden. And if you really want to be like above the shitty 15%ers, you go to 20%. 25. And then if you want to go above that, you go 25%. But your friend 40. That was thinking
not 40,
like 40 for a good tipper. I was like, geez, oh, criminy.
It will be a long day before I see 40% of my bill going towards somebody else, just because
They brought me my food and they poured me water. That's not 40% of my bill.
Like, if your service is worth 40% of my food, like
I heard,
you know what? It's different. It's different for like breakfast like places.
Right.
Like, breakfast places are like you might buy a piece of toast and some eggs and some sausage. That might be $5 total. Get a cup of coffee, a $6 bill. In that case, you know what? I could see tipping 40% of my bill, which would be what? $4 if the service was really good, or $2.50. No. Math is hard. But
Math is hard.
I got the right number. but anyways, I'm not the mathematician here. We've got Mr. Noah over there.
It's better than what I do.
I do terrible at arithmetic.
What I like to call the poor man's 10%. I go with whatever's in front and I lop off the numbers in the back. I'm like, it's close enough to 10%. And I just double it for 20.
That's pretty much it.
Fun.
Yeah, that's
fun.
good.
It works just fine.
Yeah.
So it's like, if I'm working on something that's like $25, obviously that's $2.50 for 10%, but I'll be like, whatever. Maybe not. That's not a good example because that's easy math. $2.50, and you just double that to $5.
Super.
But when you get like something with some change, I go, leave the change off. That's fine. Don't need it. I don't need that 2, 4, 6, 7 there. That's okay.
Fine. Yeah, but I can see but my point is I can totally see 40% of a breakfast bill if the service was really good, because they're not going to make a ton of money off of 10 to 15% of a $6 bill that you just filled up yourself on. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah,
that's very true. I mean, the same goes to like a bartender. Tipping $1 a drink is, okay, because they're not making, the bar itself is not making money off of the beer. It's making the money off of, cocktails and stuff, which you're typically supposed to tip, I think, more than that. This article that I exited out of was saying you tip more for a cocktail drink. Obviously, it's going to be more expensive here regardless. If you're just sticking to 10%, cocktail is going to be more expensive than a beer.
Yeah. No, that's true, because they definitely upcharge the cocktails. But you also can choose what kind of liquors and stuff go into that, and that can have an effect on the price too. So.
Oh, you'd think so, but one time I went to the Blue Danube, and I was like, hey, you think I can get some whiskey poured into this? She didn't ask me. She just poured whiskey in there, and then I got the bill later, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Like, fuck did you put it? You get what I want, what I'm putting in there. Cause
I was like, it tasted
great.
It tasted good, but goddamn. Fucking let me run to Huntington real quick.
That's a veteran move on her part. You gotta specify. I want whiskey in here. She's just like, I'm reaching
to the top shelf.
This bad boy. She is clueless.
Back there. I was.
Yeah.
No, I don't even think it was top shelf to begin with.
If I'm making a cocktail with some sort of whiskey in it,
and
I want a reasonable priced thing, I'll probably go for Bullet bourbon. I like Bullet. So
yeah.
And I recommend, if you ever get a milkshake, Landis, throw a little bit of whiskey in there, dude. It is so good.
A milkshake?
Yeah, it was one of the best milkshakes I had with that little bit of whiskey thrown in there.
And that was at the Blue Danube?
Yeah, they make their own milkshake stuff there, and they also have a bar. So I was like, hey, the Blue Danube's closed now.
Rest in peace.
It's sad.
It's gone?
They closed.
Yeah.
Oh.
He left like a year or so ago.
Oh, so it was even before all of this. They just shut up shop.
Oh, yeah.
We're done.
They moved out of there for some reason. I can't remember.
I don't think they were doing too well. It was a really dingy place. If you looked at it, it wasn't keeping up.
It was a good hole in the bar place, though, for sure, I would say. I mean, they had good milkshakes. I never ate food.
Not good enough.
But I would get the milkshake.
Apparently.
Not good enough.
I saw the man with the $1 million voice there.
Man, the guy who was he was the homeless man with the Cleveland Cavs who hired him for a little while.
Yeah.
That's a whole story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got back on it, and then I think he got off of it again, and maybe
he got fired
once
because
more.
of I can't remember, but it was something very controversial. Like he was like caught with a hooker or something. Like
it was a hooker. I thought it was cocaine again.
Was it Was it drugs?
Yeah, I thought it was drugs, and then he was delinquent.
When I think of cocaine, I also think of hookers. So forgive me. It's kind of like a pair that goes well together.
Cocaine and hookers. All right.
At least the movies portray it that way.
Absolutely.
You know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I guess.
Yeah, that's all from movies, right?
And the $1 Million Voice.
Yeah.
$1 Million Voice. Yeah.
Get caught up in it.
Yeah.
I remember his sign or whatever, and he'd be like, "I do whatever for a couple bucks a change."
Yeah, he'll give him like a radio sign off or something.
Yeah,
it sounded beautiful.
You know he did have some talent. That voice of his was actually
so smooth.
Really good.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah. And so when I saw him, he was selling basically like copies of a caricature of him. And then he'd sign it for like $5, and then he would donate the money to some sort of like rehabilitation center.
Really?
So, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
So he's not homeless anymore.
No, he's not homeless, and well, at least I don't think so. I bet he wasn't, but yeah, he's trying to help and give back to the community, the same people that were in the same struggles he was.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever hear this, I'm sorry for bringing up the cocaine and hooker story again. If you are indeed been doing charity work and stuff, then it's my bad.
Good on
bringing
you.
That up, on dragging your name through the mud a little bit on our incredibly famous and popular podcast.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. But that being said, if he didn't dip into that, he wouldn't be someone who's trying to help those people get out of it too. So.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's true. It's all a matter of perspective, I suppose.
Yeah,
so I guess. I mean, typically the best people for those individuals are former addicts themselves because they know, and they know like what's best. I was listening to a story, an audiobook about a female who was murdered or whatever, and she was a big. I think she got onto heroin and stuff, and they were talking about. So when you're addicted to heroin, how they help you get off heroin is they give you like a different substance that helps take away the.
Hey, this is Chandler in Post. This little 10-second spiel I'm about to go on, absolute masterpiece with the words, extremely poetic. E.E. Cummings would die for the words and the way that I describe what I'm about to say. So I want your ears to thoroughly enjoy my use of the English language. Enjoy.
The relapse or whatever, when you go like cold turkey or whatever, and your body's trying to like dispel it or whatever.
Wow, just an absolute beautiful work of art. Am I right, or am I right? Well, I think this is where I'm going to cut the end of the first part of the podcast. So this is obviously part 1. Part 2 will be right after this. Stick around. Enjoy the second half. Love you. Bye-bye now.